Welcome to the Emo Social Club podcast, broadcasting to you live from emosocialclub.tv. I am Brian.
And I'm Lizzie, and we're here this evening with our new Minneapolis friends. That's a hard word to say sometimes. Thank you so much for being here with us. I'm a big fan of you guys. I really like your music, so I'm really excited that we were able to talk with you tonight.
Oh, I'm so excited to talk with you.
We'll have you go around, say your name, what you do in the band, and as we discussed, I don't know if that will be through the recording. Well, whatever we discussed of who would be side stage, giving you the look of like, great job, shaka bra. Hard to do that hand symbol for an audio recording too.
Or just arms crossed, like nodding, and they do that sup look, and you're like, I know I made it.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Well, my name is Katie. I play the drums, and I also sing a little. And my pronouns are she, they. And if I had someone side stage shaka braing me, it would be Guy Fieri.
All right. Yeah. You were so confident in that answer, and I get it.
100%.
It like came to my mind so fast.
Take me to Flavor Town.
Ooh. Hello, my name is Taylor. I use she, they pronouns. I play some guitar, and I also sing a little. And the person I would have side stage would be Michael Cera.
Okay.
I feel like he brings immaculate vibes to like anything that he touches and is in. Like specifically his Hot Ones episode.
Yes.
Well,
Okay.
Oh, it's really good. It's good stuff.
All right. I'm KT. I play guitar. I sing a little bit. I use they, them pronouns. And I think my person would have to be Gordon Ramsay. Because if I can get like a head nod from Gordon Ramsay, then I know that I'm like talented at the very I don't know.
Like he hasn't run off and like came up with some bread fun nowhere, but like, you are an idiot sandwich.
Yeah.
Please stop this. You're like, I got it. I made it.
Exactly.
I'm Kate. I play bass and I yell / sing a little bit as well. I use they, them pronouns, and I think I would like to get a little head nod from Lizzo from side stage.
Yeah.
Just another fantastic Minneapolis artist who, you know, I think she'd have fun at a VIAL show, and I think
hope so.
that I would die. That would be it for me if I got a little supportive head nod from Lizzo.
Dream Blood rotation is Lizzo, Gordon Ramsay, Guy Fieri, and Michael Cera.
Seriously. That apparently is the question we asked unknowingly of just like, what's your dream blunt rotation? It's like, damn.
Much better than nightmare rotation, because I've seen those on TikTok. I'm like, hey, are you guys okay?
What's your nightmare? Like people that are just walking through your nightmares, and you're like, hey, Gordon, like, get out of my nightmares, Gordon.
No.
Out of
Welcome
my dreams.
to my nightmares, Gordon.
We have you on your new single, Something More. Literally, as we're recording this on Thursday night, just came out yesterday.
Yeah.
Tell us about the single. Let's hype it up. 1 million listens by Monday, we promise. What's gotta happen?
Yay!
Yeah.
It was called Sunshine Punk by, I believe, Flood magazine the other day, and I just thought that was lovely.
Sunshine Punk.
Yeah, that's just so sweet and tender, and I think that's kind of like encapsulates what the song is.
I think it's our most like pop sounding or like indie pop sounding song on the record. It's our most like light and sunshiny song.
Yeah.
Wholesome.
KT and Taylor and I all get to play the same riff during the breakdown, and we did that for a song off of our old album, and it was so fun. And this one's even crazier and more intense. And to just be able to like play it perfectly like together is just such a validating and wholesome feeling.
Yeah. Yes. I don't get to join in.
Oh. That's solo for Katie. The music video was also a blast.
Oh yeah,
I love it.
Little ode to our hometown.
Yeah.
I saw it, a little bit of it, and I was like, oh, this looks so familiar. And wholesome, of course. And I think that's going to be the word of the interview, is just how wholesome it is.
Oh, thank you.
Well,
I think
Katie
all the
directed
music
it.
videos. Oh, really? That's
Yes.
awesome.
Yeah, we ran out of money, so we were like,
Love it.
But we still wanted a music video for this song, so we just put it together ourselves, and I think it turned out pretty good.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the singles that you have had out so far with the music videos that are partnered with it are so like, I don't want to say extra, but I want to say it's very like A24, like young adult vibes to me, and like that's something I really like in like movies. So I was like
Yeah.
watching some of them. I'm like, oh, this is so fun. I love this. It like makes you feel something in here in your chest.
Oh, good.
That's the best vibes.
So like, I mean, I guess that's like a Michael Cera movie, I guess. Like
Ooh.
the indie pop, like not Scott Pilgrim. Every time we bring up Scott Pilgrim, Lizzie always is like, the fuck boy, don't fuck with that guy. And I'm like,
I mean, it's a good movie, but so
fine film.
I was a
Yeah.
little bit inspired by the transitions in that movie
Okay.
for the music video.
Okay.
'Cause the
Okay.
transitions in that movie are fantastic.
Yes.
I watched a whole video essay about it.
I spend so much time watching video essays about movies. And it's
Yeah,
like,
same.
why do I have all of this information in my head? I'm just a guy on the internet. Like, I don't need
But it's
this.
interesting.
I watch video essays about movies that I have never even seen.
Mm.
I do that for like horror movies that I'm too scared to see.
Sure.
Like I watched a video essay about Hereditary before I actually watched it because I was too scared to watch.
Does it
now
make
what did you
Yeah.
what did you think about it then after watching it?
I thought it was great and also so scary. It was so scary.
Don't give any spoilers.
But
I
I'm
haven't
also a
seen
big
it.
wimp when it comes to horror movies, so
Yeah, you are.
all right.
I can't believe it's about to be a fight on screen
Yeah, damn.
on the Switch.
It was bound to happen. One of these days, we were bound to catch one of our legendary brawls on a live stream.
The VIAL Fight Club on screen.
Ooh.
Consider.
The next,
I mean, don't.
the next,
but
the next
consider.
video essay is actually on the VIAL Fight Club, and then going back to Fight Club as the movie and the book, looking at the rhetorical analysis of it.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
We should scrap the album and instead make VIAL Fight Club happen.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
Or just have it be like the subtext of all the songs that there is a VIAL Fight Club,
ooh.
Yeah.
but like, and then people can have a video essay about it, about how it's a subtext.
Mm-hmm.
I have this thing now where, like, I mean, Loki just finished. I don't know if you are fans of Loki, but
I haven't watched it yet.
I'm a
Oh.
couple episodes in, but I have not
Okay.
seen the last two, so no spoilers.
no spoilers, no spoilers at all, because it literally aired yesterday. So I don't want to spoil anybody on it. But it's like I literally finished watching the episode and I go, shit, I need to get on YouTube. I need to see what people are saying about this.
Yeah.
And movies are the same way now. Like I literally wait for people's immediate like reactions and reviews and like thoughts about it. And, you know, thinking of that, I'm like, there's really not that much on music except for like reviews of good or bad. It's just like, here's this music. I liked it. Or, you know, I watch Anthony Fantano quite a bit of just like, does Anthony Fantano like it? And then if he likes it, I go, hell yeah. And if he doesn't like it, I'm like, I mean, that's just your opinion. You know, you're allowed. Like, I'm not going to change my opinion. I like the new 21 Pilots, and I know that it's probably not the best they've ever done, but I like it. It's just, you know, I feel it.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
do you
the
feel
best
like-
way to consume.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel like there's like subtext in there or something like should we make video essays on VIAL now?
Oh my
There are
gosh.
a couple Easter eggs in the songs.
Yeah.
That specifically reference other songs, but
I feel like there's lots of stories going on in a lot of our songs, and you can try to speculate about the experiences that inspired them.
Yeah.
If you want to, that'd be fun.
We're gonna start
form a
it.
deep-seated parasocial relationship with us. through
Yeah.
the internet.
Ooh.
Oh
Yes.
my god.
Yes. I mean, I said that a little creepy, but also yes.
Yes.
You're gonna get on the parasocial TikTok side of things, and you're gonna be like, "This is why we shouldn't be doing this," and then you're gonna be, "This is why we should be doing this." And be like, "What is going on?" I did want to talk about, so all 3 of these singles that are out now are off of your upcoming LP, Loudmouth. So do you want to just talk a little bit more about that and putting out a longer album this time around?
Yes. Yeah, we love all 3 of the singles that we put out so far, but we also had a lot of trouble choosing which songs would be the singles. And whenever we asked people, like, I think every song had a person say, like, this one should be the single. So it's a good album, if I do say so myself. I think it's great. I think every song on it is great, and I love them all. And I'm really, really excited for people to get to hear them.
I think it has been the weirdest process. I've been playing music practically my entire life, and this by far has been the weirdest way of, like, just in terms of what we've gone through, like, outside of making music and, like, how that's affected the album. It's been the weirdest thing. It's been 2 years in the making since the writing of the first song on it. Not the first song on the album, but the first song that was written. It's been like 2 years. We've changed things. We've whipped things around. We've recorded and demoed and, like, re-demoed, and it's been a mess. And now it's here, and it's a great feeling.
It's been a long time coming.
There was a pandemic. My apartment lit on fire.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
The day before we went to go record,
Oh my god.
their apartment was on
This
fire.
apartment that we're in right now, at like 2 a.m, the fire alarms go off. I'm like, whatever. It's no big deal. So I like very slowly put on some pants, and like I have horrible eyesight, so I didn't put on any glasses or anything, and I just kind of like opened my door, just like I had a sweatshirt on. It's like Minnesota on January 1st. So
Okay.
and I walk out into my kitchen, and it is just filled with smoke, and I was like, shit. So I just
Oh my God.
I live on the 11th floor, so I just
Oh my God.
sprinted down 11 floors of stairs.
With your cat.
No, my cat was not here.
Oh, love that.
But basically I went into the studio the next day sounding like a frog, like a toad. And I was
After
like,
a 6-hour drive.
yes. I was like, sorry, besties. My apartment lit on fire. But
You know, just girly things.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, oh, you know, we all suffer through the pandemic, and then it's like, is there anything else that happened? But clearly, yeah, fires.
There's so many more things too.
Taylor,
Like,
Taylor really has bad luck. Like, honestly. Like 3 weeks ago, we went and drove to Michael's, the craft store, and we got there, and Taylor tried to put their car in park, and your car just
it got stuck in drive.
and just
God.
stopped working.
Yeah. The day before Roadkill's release. So I think we should stop making music so that the day before the music stops being just super cursed.
But I think that always happens, because I remember when we were recording our first album, the second day we were going to record it, I lived on like the 17th floor of a building, and I parked my car a little bit illegally, and I was looking out the window to check on my car and make sure it was still where I parked it, and I saw it on top of a tow truck. And so it was like 7 a.m. We were leaving in like 30 minutes, and I had to call Taylor and be like, hello, my car just got towed. Can you pick me up?
I feel like I didn't even know about that.
I think VIAL got cursed at some point.
I feel like legit someone's put a hex on us because so often shit like this happens.
Yeah, my car is there's like 2 bullet holes in the windows.
Oh my god.
Yeah, someone tried to break into my car with like a screwdriver or something, and we're like picking at my driver's side window. But I have like protective glass on like all of my windows on my car, so now it just looks like somebody like shot at my car, which is always fun.
Damn.
I mean, maybe people know not to mess with your car though. They're gonna see it and be like, I don't know. They might be into some stuff. I might be not.
Oh,
Honestly,
that's very true. Maybe we should get it fixed.
You could be one of my friends. She just got a new car, and she rolled up in it, and on her back passenger side of the window is a Kirby holding a knife. I feel like that's pretty. I trust Kirby with a knife protecting my life personally. So maybe that'll add a little bit of depth to it too.
That's so
amazing.
cute.
That's the best energy.
That really, I feel like that reminds me of you specifically,
Yeah.
Taylor.
Kirby with a knife.
That's really your energy.
That
I
is
feel.
your energy.
Kirby with a God, I love those memes.
All right, what is everybody's Kirby holding an object energy here?
Oh my gosh.
Alice in the
holding a
chat
knife,
was
yeah.
like, that means he consumed someone with a knife.
Good for him.
So it's like Smash
As he
Brothers.
Yeah.
Taylor,
As you should.
board king. Sorry.
Absolutely
Don't
not.
listen to me. Don't listen to me.
Twitch is gonna get so
No,
mad
I
at
want
you.
to die.
Which don't look at us.
Yucky.
Anyways, I'd be Kirby with a gun.
That was so aggressive.
I feel like yours would be like a hatchet or like a small usually non-violent, but you'd like make it like scary.
I think
A
I'd
wooden
have.
spike.
Ooh, yeah.
I feel like I'd definitely be Kirby with a taser.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a really strong taser. And it's one of my favorite things that I own.
I feel like you just wanted to brag about your taser.
I absolutely did, bestie.
I think
I absolutely did.
What
What else to
other
say?
what other band has a taser?
Huh.
Like honestly.
I like that we all chose weapons.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. One
that-
thing we are not is Kirby with like a slice of pizza.
Yeah. Yeah. Any
Anyway,
object
we're
in the world.
banned.
Super peaceful. Twitch, don't look at us right now. Don't talk. We're not talking about real weapons. It's Kirby with weapons.
fine.
No.
Fake
Don't look at us.
Fake weapons.
What were
Yeah.
you saying, Taylor?
Oh, what I would say for Katie, instead of a taser,
What?
like a pen. Like
A pen?
no, but like what is Kirby gonna do with that pen? Like it's not gonna write with it. Like
What is it gonna do?
Is it
like
gonna
a
just
pen.
look?
Like I don't
You
know,
don't
like something
know.
that's like not a weapon, but like he will use it as a weapon.
I just
It
really
makes-
feel like Kirby's pronouns are it's.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
No, I agree.
Yeah. Anyway.
There was a part of my brain right there that said, "Well, the creator of Kirby," and then I was like gonna fix glasses I don't have on. He was
No,
quoted as
Brian.
saying in an interview that
Oh
Yeah.
no.
I'm not gonna pretend like I know anything about Kirby. I mean, I don't think Kirby knows anything about Kirby. It hungers.
It's not what you know about them or it. It's about what you feel in your heart.
What
yeah,
I feel
it's what
about
you
it.
feel
Yeah,
about
Yeah.
Kirby.
it can
Yeah.
be really soft and
Yeah.
immediately dangerous.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That is us.
That is yeah.
Very soft and immediately dangerous.
That's gonna be the title of this episode.
Please.
Vile soft.
Please.
Immediately dangerous.
That sounds like an indie movie to me.
Probably.
That's the Vile Fight Club.
The
That's that
Fight
one
Club.
like 9/11 movie. The
What?
incredibly like something loud and incredibly close.
Oh,
something like that.
Yeah.
Extremely loud and incredibly close.
That's
it was a
it.
book first, but then it got translated into a movie. I don't know how the movie is, but it's
His
a
dad
movie.
dies at 9/11.
Yeah.
That's the story.
That's,
Okay, that's what it
Yeah.
is. And then the kid like
That's the-
dealing with
that's the
it as
premise
like
of
an
the story.
autistic child and being like, how do I deal with my dad dying in 9/11? And everyone's like, I don't know.
Yeah. It's really good.
Okay, I believe you.
Anyway.
Hell
sorry.
yeah.
You said
Ah.
9/11 movie, and I immediately thought that like Zac Efron romance movie.
Robert Pattinson.
Robert
Oh yeah, the Robert Pattinson one.
Remember me. Remember
Yes.
me.
Wow.
And it's just like a complete
peak of the
regular
Twilight.
rom-com. And then he just dies in the Twin Towers, and that's the end of the movie.
Spoilers.
What?
Well,
Never heard
hey
this one.
besties,
Hell.
in case you don't know about 9/11, just click off real quick and then come back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't look up the Titanic. You're gonna be really
Oh my
disappointed at
God.
the end of that movie.
Robert Pattinson died in Twin Towers.
That is horrifying news for many people. They're tuning in.
Evolving into chaos like this.
No,
I think
listen,
we just like all had coffee and we're like,
listen. Yeah,
I get it.
the amount of times that we have gotten into somehow a 9/11 conversation.
Wait, really?
Yeah, and like we went, our friends in Action Adventure had like a live stream on Instagram when they were like, "Hey, we just got signed," and then all of a sudden somebody like like just ends up being a conversation about 9/11. It's like,
Yeah.
what is how does this happen? How did we just get to
were you?
talking
It was
about
like
9/11?
midnight
Yeah.
on Instagram Live, and I like logged out real quick. I came back, and they were suddenly talking about 9/11. I'm like, I think I'm gonna go to bed now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's time for me to dip.
I left
Love
the
Action
room.
Adventure though. They're so good.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
they're
love
Yeah.
good buddies of ours.
some of my favorite just pictures throughout the internet are the ones of YouTube comments where like the first comment is a normal comment and then there's 1,000 replies and the last one is yeah, well, I bet you loved Hitler or something. And it's like, whoa, how did we get here? What happened in those 1,933 replies?
That reminds me of the Community line where Donald Glover says, "I use references to Hitler to win arguments online at the drop of a hat."
I love Community. I just finished it not too long ago.
So good, right? Just, I mean, season 4. We'll not talk about season 4 because a lot of people are
We
going to
don't
be
need
like,
to talk about it.
"Don't talk about it. Gas leak here. It's fine. Don't worry about it."
God.
We don't need to talk about it.
We can talk about the music again and move off of
Hell yeah.
9/11. You said, so this always interests me because every time I've been in a band, I've been an egotist and it has to be me singing. So
You
when
can't
you
play any other instruments.
I can't do
That's
anything
why.
else. And I'm a white guy. This is what happens. So
You could play tambourine.
I tried.
Yeah.
I did once
That actually
actually.
takes a lot of technique. Never mind.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Listen,
Wow, Katie.
I'm not adding technique to my
There's
repertoire.
electric triangle.
Why?
Oh yeah.
Why not?
It's analog for a reason.
You got to stand out.
Triangle.
keep triangle
Triangle's
indie.
more difficult than you think. I was a
Apparently.
percussionist before I was a drummer, and triangle's much harder than you think it is.
Oh, no.
Especially in classical music.
Fair. Well, I'm not learning an instrument now because I'm old and I'm tired and I'm
my
leaving
God.
bands to people that don't look or have don't look like me. But
That's
the
the
idea
best reason to learn an instrument.
that
For
See?
fun.
yeah. Well, it makes me curious because obviously you all went around and said that you sing a little in the band. So is it that you all are writing? Is it all that you have a song in mind and you're like, I'm going to sing on this one, or how does that get divvied up, and how do you write as far as everybody in the band contributing?
A lot of the time, whoever wrote the lyrics is the one singing. Usually. Not always, but usually.
And then we all of 4 of us have very different vocal styles. KT and Taylor have been through years of vocal training, and Katie just has a gorgeous natural voice, and I kind of sound like a screech, but it's still fun.
Yeah.
So we like to just layer them, and especially on Loudmouth, we've been messing around with having pretty in tune harmonies with screaming and stuff like that, and just trying to mix 4 different voices in the most fun way possible, and I think it gets really fun.
Yeah, Kate and I are the ones who don't have formal training and don't care about our throats, so we're the ones who scream.
Fair.
Generally.
Fair.
KT screams sometimes too, but.
Is it the loud screaming, or is it you're just I say Dave Grohl is the example of I'm loud scream singing, but then the metal screams, or you're hitting pig squeals
Oh no.
I don't know. It's just whatever feels right.
yeah.
More yelly, screamy, I would say. We don't do vocal fry or anything like that. But I think we should learn because I think it'd be fun.
Man, it's a repertoire.
Oh no. I am interested to know how you all came up with the term circus punk, because we've encountered a lot of different bands with a lot of different genres, and some of them are very just out there and different. And this is one of them. And I really like it because I think it just has encompassed a lot with the music videos and the album art and the different just graphics that you have been using for this upcoming album cycle. So how did that kind of formulate?
Did we come up with that term?
I don't think we've ever really called ourselves circus punk.
I think it might have been used to describe Ego Death?
Yeah, specifically that song is very circus punk, but
It's the first song on the new album. It's called Ego Death, and it is circusy punk.
What are you saying, KT?
never mind.
Is it like it makes me think Venetia Fair or like old school Panic at the Disco, like a sort of like aggressive, but yeah, I burlesque sort of thing.
They're
like
theatrical.
It's
Yeah,
there's this
theatrical.
like term of like, yeah, theatrical's good because like there's this term of like, you know, the 80s sound for a band like Pale Waves or the 1975 is like, oh, they sound 80s, and it's like, no, they sound like 2018 2019's version of 80s. It's not like they're actually doing like 80s music. They're doing like these sort of influences from this time, but they're not actually doing like Panic at the Disco is not a burlesque band. They're not that, but it's like you're taking those influences and you're creating like the new sound out of those influences in the time that you're actually making the music.
Mm-hmm.
And then you guys are on Get Better Records, which is a really fun record label. There's a lot of bands on there that I really enjoy. How has that been working with them and also Hassle Records to do like the UK and just a little bit more distribution?
We love Get Better.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been very happy with them. Hassle, we just recently started working with them. They're really good as well. We don't know much about them yet, very much, but
We haven't, I think it was like a week ago we started kind of working with them a little bit more on this record, but I know Kate found Get Better first with like social media stuff.
Yeah, I just seen them. I'd seen some of their artists and had been a fan of like their ethos and like also the music that they were putting out, which is like a win-win. So I was very excited when we started talking with them, and even more excited when we signed.
Thumbs up to signing. Yeah.
Fun
love
thing,
to get it
especially
on
in the middle of like a global pandemic. Like we had played our like last live show to like 30 people in like a bar, and then less than a year later we were like talking about like signing to like a record label, and we had like 100,000 followers on TikTok now, and so it's very much a surreal moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you think that that's where like some of that interest came from? Because obviously, like my assumption is like a lot of bands probably wouldn't get like signed or like a lot of that because you're not playing shows, you're not out in the public eye, you're not on bigger bills with bigger bands and getting in front of these reps. I mean, that's like that's the way that everybody believes it happens, I guess. It's like somebody sees you and they go, we're going to sign you. And now that everything's moved online, do you think that like that kind of attention from TikTok is the reason people took notice of your music?
I don't think it hurt. I think personally our relationship with Get Better felt a little more organic, I guess. Like it didn't.
the thing with Get Better is that they never like they're not really looking for bands with a lot of like clout, you know, and I don't know, I don't think they've ever been really worried about like how many shows we play or like how much merch we sell or anything like that. It's more just like kind of a friendship sort of partnership. I don't know.
Yeah, they like to sign bands that they are big fans of, that they really believe in and really want to support. And so it's been really, really nice working with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hard to find. It's not really the norm, I would assume, of like a label that's just like, hey, we just really like you. Let's just, let's work together. Let's put out your music.
Let's
Yeah.
be besties.
Yeah.
Besties.
Bestie.
I would say Get Better works against the norm more often than not.
Mhm.
And I think in a very fantastic way.
And then y'all have a upcoming show on July 31st with Gully Boys, another band that I really enjoy as well. So how are you prepping for that? Like probably one of the first shows y'all are playing after this entire year and a half.
It's the first show.
There we go.
Yeah, actually like rehearsing for that show right after we get done with this live stream. So we're rehearsing like at least once a week. It's coming up quick though.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And we actually just found out this morning, that it is officially sold out.
Hell yeah.
So that's just kind
Wow.
of insane. So it's going to be a very exciting first show back.
It is the biggest crowd we've played in front of by hundreds.
Wow.
By far.
Wow.
By a lot. The biggest crowd for sure.
Damn.
A little
Yeah.
scary. I feel like we can do it though.
Yeah,
Of course.
you got it.
Just
As long as I don't
pretend.
puke or something.
Just pretend.
That's
You know, your dream blunt rotation is standing
Yeah.
at the side of the stage, like being like,
Stage.
Oh, we should dress
Alright.
people up like them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to say.
Great idea.
We're going to reach out to any contacts we have in Minneapolis. And if you happen to see 4 lookalikes off the side of the stage,
here's the
Just
thing,
you
we
wait.
do have at least 2
we have
who come
contacts.
to the stream
We got some
regularly.
fucking contacts.
Great.
Guy Fieri's coming to the show.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
Kate, you've mentioned maybe getting frosted tips, and I feel like you should really do it.
I really
my
should do it. But unfortunately, I am broke and lazy. So a lot of barriers
That's how
in the
it
way
goes.
there. But as soon as I rectify at least one of those, I'll try and make it work. Gorgeous.
I have a friend who took a bet with his girlfriend. And it was for some sporting event, and he lost. And the bet was that if he loses, that he has to frost his tips for like a month.
Hell
And I was
yeah.
like, that is the best that
I think we should bring it
hasn't
back.
done it. Yeah. Oh, I mean, 90s are coming back. Styles of
Y2K
fashions.
fashion.
Y2K is coming back. Like frosted tips. Come on.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
If mullets came back, frosted tips should absolutely come back.
Must. That's a must.
That's the order of operations. If mullets, you gotta have frosted tips pre-mullets.
I thought so.
It goes mullets, then frosted tips. But what comes after frosted tips?
The age-old
Jelly
question.
shoes are already back in
Oh.
style.
Yeah.
And it's not a hairstyle.
Yeah.
I was gonna say bucket
Oh,
hats,
I
which are already back too.
I know what it'll be. It'll be frosted tips and then the fryer tuck. Like,
Oh,
I would
god.
love to
Oh
see
my
the fryer
God.
tuck come back.
Oh my god.
I really think that's gonna be a thing in the not too far future.
These 3, so I shaved my head a couple months ago, and these 3 were the one to shave it. And we were supposed to do a little fryer tuck situation on our way down, because my hair was like at my shoulders by that point. But we did not, and I'm a little upset about it.
Yeah.
We just
You
forgot
could
about
have
it.
brought it back. You could have single-handedly brought it back.
I think that I would rock the fryer tuck. I think I have the confidence for it. And by that, I mean no confidence, but wanting to try anyways.
Yeah. 100%. What was that? Lizzie is a big fan of the Jonas Brothers, and we were watching one of their music videos with the one guy in DNCE who has like the mohawk, but it's like on the side of his head, and it's like just one, and it's like 3/4 of the way over his head. I'm like, when did that happen or come up? Like, why was that your thought process?
For like the suburban kids who parents wouldn't let them like be edgy or alternative, so they're like, "This is my halfway point."
This is my halfway point.
I
Like-
just want to clarify when you said the guy from DNCE, do you mean Joe Jonas?
No. It's the bassist. Joe Jonas is. This is the only reason I know it.
Are you
is because-
unsure of one of the 3 main Jonas brothers?
If you
besides
asked me,
Jonas,
if you-
the bonus Jonas?
If I was at a trivia night and they said which Jonas brother was in DNCE, I would not have known that answer. I just would not have
You
known
just
that
know.
answer.
That's a lot of you to say, Brian, when you texted me the other night and said, "I'm the master of trivia. I know the answers to everything,"
Yeah.
and you admit to this.
No, I said I know a lot of weird shit. I said I know a lot of random shit, and the Jonas Brothers is not in that list. But I was referring to their bassist of DNCE. It came up on our Jonas Brothers. Why would you call him Joe
You
Jonas?
can do it.
He should be
Joe Jonas.
like John Jonas.
No.
Jojo's a name. Jojo's a great
Yeah,
name.
it could
Jojo?
be.
Joe Jonas.
Yeah.
Joe Jonas.
Jonas.
Jojanus.
Is
Jonas.
Jojanus. Or just
Jonas.
Jonas.
Yeah. I'm sorry I brought us on that tangent of hairstyles, but also that guy's got weird hair, and that's how that goes.
Wow.
Yeah. Fair
It's
enough.
like somebody wanted a mohawk and like missed, and then it just stayed. Like it's like, nah, okay.
Aw.
Like he's like, oh yeah, fuck. I missed the
Oh my God.
middle. Of
I've been watching Hell's Kitchen recently, a lot of it. And there's this one contestant on there who has like an eyebrow piercing and like a blue like faux mohawk. And like most of the time I would appreciate that, but I feel like having that person cook for you, like high-end quality food, I don't know
about Mohawk. I'm very strictly anti-Mohawk. I don't know why, but something about them. I had an ex that had Mohawk, so that's probably what it is.
Okay.
But like, yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
I had a
We
faux
get
hawk
it.
once in a lifetime ago.
Oh no.
Yeah,
In your youth?
fine. Wouldn't do it again now, but I had one.
I could
Yeah.
probably do a faux hawk with the hair that I have right now.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
there we
Bestie,
go.
yes.
That's it. Somebody get the moose. Somebody get the moose in the
Yeah.
gel right now.
We're bringing back faux
I
hawks.
Gorilla spiking hair glue, not Gorilla Glue. It's specifically for your hair.
Thank you for
Yeah,
don't end up like that one girl on TikTok.
yeah.
We all saw that happen. This is specifically a hair gel thing, but it's made for like doing like punk spikes, and I just haven't used it yet. But I want to do spikes, and I think I could also do a faux hawk.
Yeah. Back.
Yeah.
So y'all also met in a very unconventional way, I feel, but I also feel like we have talked with other bands and joked around about getting a band Tinder or band Bumble page, and that's how some of y'all met. So what's the thought process going into that to just say we're gonna make a band Tinder and see if we can recruit people to be in this band?
I don't sorry. Where to start? We had a drummer before Katie for like one rehearsal.
Oh my god.
That's taken.
We never talk about this.
We never.
We cut this out of the VIAL official lore. So.
This is
top secret.
top secret.
Yeah.
Doesn't leave this live stream.
Okay,
Yeah, but
it's just on the
we
internet and
had-
in a podcast. It's fine.
Don't worry about it.
But we had a drummer for like one rehearsal. It just wasn't the vibes. We just weren't vibing with each other, and you know that happens sometimes. But we were like, what other way could we possibly find a drummer? Because none of us know any like drummers that we like enjoy being around.
Minnesota. I would like to specify, and in the state of Minnesota.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
You guys made like posters, didn't you? Or
We
flyers?
we made flyers
Did we
and
ever hang them up? I didn't want people to text us and be like, "Hey, I played drums once in my parents' basement."
yeah, so we made flyers. We didn't actually put them up, and we were like, maybe we could like do a little photo shoot, just the three of us, and make a band Tinder and see where that gets us. You know, we've heard of like bands finding members on Craigslist and other things like that, and we wanted to give it a shot, and so that was the thought process behind that, and it worked.
Yeah.
Yep. I saw it and they looked so cool. And I was like, they look so cool. I want to be cool too. And then I messaged them and then they were like, oh, you're cool. And I was like, oh, thanks. And then we were we were a band.
I think the Tinder thing it started like most VIAL things, like our guitar and our long furby, and it started as a joke. And we just took it a little too far, and it ended up working out amazingly for us.
Yes.
And so, heck yeah.
Honestly,
So do you-
like it's all
Do you have a
memes
long
now.
Furby? And where do you
Oh, yeah,
we
what's
do.
one?
Where
Oh.
is he? Is he in?
In the car
Oh,
downstairs. I
no.
know.
Oh,
He's not here
no.
right now, but
Damn.
It's okay,
Taylor
he's-
birthed him herself.
Yeah, tell
Yeah.
me more. So I saw it in a YouTube video, this person with like a long Furby, and I was like, I want one. That seems like it has like the particular vibes that I'm looking to give off. And so I looked it up on the internet, and it was like $300, and I was like, fuck that. So then I went, bought a Furby. Kate and I gutted it.
Do you have the guts?
Yes, I do have the guts. They're to the right.
You have to
On
use
the
all the
bookshelf.
parts of the Furby.
We have to
By
keep
no
them,
face. Yes.
just in case.
We gutted him with a hammer.
Jesus,
This is its guts.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Was completely attached. I had to peel this like fur.
Skin?
Oh, the Furby skin.
nasty.
And then we bought luxury fur. It was like $60 a yard. Faux fur. Luxury faux fur. Thank you. And then we gave him like a spine and everything, and made him into a little man. And except he's like 4 feet long, hand sewn. And he comes to every single show and wraps around the microphone stand.
And then he broke his back in a mosh pit.
Oh.
And Taylor had to do a spine transplant.
Oh
So now
man.
he's got this really hefty spine.
Very crunchy.
Yes. It makes a lot of noise.
I love that
You
so
know,
much.
And his name is Beelzebub.
I'm such a big fan of that whole story and that whole thing. Love it so much.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, an own Instagram for the long Furby with a
Furbeezy.
crunchy back.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm down.
Beelzebub ASMR.
Ew.
Spine
Oh my-
crunch.
Don't like it. I'm vetoing
That's the new TikTok that's gonna blow up for y'all. It's gonna be crunchy Furby spine.
That's actually
That's a
all
good idea.
Loudmouth is.
Yeah.
It's just a collection of
You're
Furby
gonna-
crunches.
You're gonna tell no earbuds or say actually instead of circus punk in Sunshine Punk, can you just say crunchy Furby spine to describe us? Thank you.
Yeah.
Crunchy punk.
Crunchy Furby spine core.
It's so specific
First of
and
its
yet
kind.
Incredibly vague because I wouldn't know what
incredibly
to say.
yeah. I don't
But
know,
it
but I
lures-
gotta check it out.
Yeah, it lures people in there and be like, what the hell is this? I gotta know what it is.
It's
We
like
have lots of gimmicks.
yeah. Well, like I would say it's a meme, right? Like you're inventing like you even said the lore about yourselves, the lore about the band, and we'll make video essays like what does the Furby represent? But it just makes it so much more interesting than being a band that's just like, writing music and putting out pop hits with no lore, I guess. Like you guys have the pop
fuck
hits
music.
and the
Who
lore.
cares?
Listen, I haven't been a fan of it in a long time. Then I listened to your stuff, and here I am as a fan now.
Yeah.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, see?
There's hearts on the stream. If you're not watching the
those
stream or the video,
All
you
the
don't know.
times I send Brian music, I'm like, hey, listen to this. And you're like, oh, I don't know. And I'm like, no, you have to listen
And
to
then I
this
do,
when
and
you're
then I'm
interviewing
absolutely in
them.
love with it. Yeah. Well, like it's a lot of bands. I'm 108 years old, so it's hard for me to like get into a lot of new music. It's just like I grew up with what I grew up with, and I'm done growing up. I'm the tallest I'll be, and this is it. This is how I live the rest of my life. Well, I keep thinking tall, and I keep staying 6'1". I don't think I need to get any taller, but it's
Hey, you look great for 106.
Thank
Like,
you.
108. 108. What's your skincare routine?
Yeah,
I
come
feed
on,
almost
spill.
exclusively on Furby spines.
Wow. We're the band for
We gotta keep you away from Beelzebub.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
lots of
yeah.
protein.
Gotta take coming for them spines.
Oh no.
But yeah, it's like there's a lot of music that never like it just doesn't hit me. And Lizzie has been sending me just random stuff like, yo, this might hit, and then I get it and I go, oh, Lizzie, I'm not looking for something to hit right now. And then I listen to it and I go, like, yeah, it hits,
And it just
Damn,
hits.
It hits. I'm like, fuck, it hits.
I love having friends like that.
Yeah.
These are my friends like that. They
Yeah.
send me such good music.
Yay. Yes.
Now Lizzie only
Yes.
sends me TikToks that I go, Lizzie, why are you sending me this?
Because we share a TikTok and you have to see
Yeah.
what curse things are there.
Like, Ed Sheeran wants to release a metal album. He's good friends with Cradle of Filth. I'm like, I don't care. I don't want
saw
that.
TikTok.
Yeah. Like, I don't need that. No one needs that record.
Personally, I can't speak for the full band on this one. Personally, very against Ed Sheeran making a death metal album.
Yeah.
Don't want to get political. Don't want to get start some fights. But
Like,
It's hard to
what
be
if
so
it's
brave
just
and so
like-
controversial.
What if it's just Shape of You, but death metal version?
I don't
Like,
like
that's
that.
it.
I don't like to
Yeah, I hate
imagine. Yeah, I'm already upset.
I feel like let the man live.
you know what? Honestly, fair point.
Okay, Katie, that's a little too political.
Letting Ed Sheeran live.
Wow. See,
Wow.
you're Katie. You're talking about how you don't really like horror movies, but you're getting a little bit violent here
Yeah.
during this interview. So I'm wondering if that's a front.
I'm always violent.
You just don't like horror movies because it's not you getting to be violent.
Yeah.
It's somebody else, and you
For
can't
sure.
stand to see them do it.
Can't stand to see somebody else getting all the glory.
living out your fantasies. I'm sorry.
Or to see someone your dream. Oh my god. Yeah. So it's good to have this new music. It's good to have communities. I do think that like a lot more music that's coming out now in general on many different levels, like local, folk, international, whatever. Like what other levels are there? Like Lizzie, you pretty much said me. There
Regional,
it is. International, regional. Within the county, I guess.
hyperlocal.
Hyper local.
That's
Within
within
my
the
apartment
county.
building. If it's not
A
from
nice
within
tri-state
my
area.
building.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
An area.
See, we're part of your tri-state, so I'll take it.
You could be rural.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think
There's
that
so much
exists.
music coming out right now.
really, yeah, and like it's good. That's the thing is like I feel like there's a lot of times where like the new music that's coming out, like I just wasn't feeling it, and now a lot of the new music that's coming out is like surprising me how much I really like it. Like how much people are writing just good music. Fuck, man, what happened to me? Used to be so edgy and cool. Now you just like everything.
I feel like we had a global pandemic, and that really inspired a lot of people.
You know what? It probably did
Give
it.
you some time to sit down and work on your stuff.
The pandemic made everything
What-
better.
So now, what are some newer artists and bands coming out right now that you guys enjoy?
Sorry, yeah, I really stepped on your question by
Wow.
complimenting the pandemic. I apologize.
I'm just like, oh.
Yeah.
Well, when I see you on Sunday, we're gonna have a talk, a
I
discussion.
need you to understand how bad the
Ooh,
pandemic
Emo Social
was.
Club, Fight Club.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Emo Social
Emo
Fight
Fight
Club,
Club.
in
yeah.
for it.
Emails.
Anyway,
But back to your question,
Yeah.
I have been, we've been finding all sorts of new bands and like new friends like throughout the internet. And Pink Shift is a huge one.
Mm.
We love Pink Shift. They're great. They released their debut EP, Saccharine, and it's phenomenal. Jariah Clare is putting out some of the most insane theatrical stuff that I've ever seen. And he like writes, plays everything, and animates like everything as well. Just like insane amount of creativity. And then our buddies in Minneapolis, Gully Boys, and anybody else can jump in.
I recently found this artist called Ergo Bria. I think it's their first and last name, but like switched. Yeah, they're really, really good. It's like emo pop almost. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sunday Cruise has been my thing recently. We met them over the pandemic through TikTok, and they're iconic.
Mm-hmm.
We recently saw Kids Ski Free live.
Mm-hmm.
They're like a really small band from Minneapolis, but just their show blew me away. It was great.
Immaculate vibes. First show since the pandemic, and it was just so fun.
I just found this band called Bad Waitress, and they have this like punk. I don't know if they consider themselves Riot Girl or not, but this like punk Riot Girl sound that's so good. I love it. They just came out with some new singles. They have an album coming out in a few months, I think.
Hell yeah.
That's definitely a vibe I listen to. So I'll have to check them out for sure.
Yeah. And then Lizzie will send it to me and be like, yo, this hits. And then I'll also listen to it.
It does.
Yeah.
It really does.
All the bands, like Jiraiya and first one you mentioned too.
Pink Shift.
Pink Shift,
Pink
yeah.
Shift,
Is
yeah.
all the bands that Lizzie sent to me. And I'm like, oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Great shit.
And I know that Hansel, who also produced Pink Shift,
So good.
Nightlife,
Yeah.
they sent us
Nightlife.
like an early listen of their album. I was like, oh, this hits so hard.
It's so good.
It was great.
Love Pink Shift.
Yeah.
That's all I had to say.
Oh, true. So true, bestie.
Wanna
It's
add?
a strong statement and it's correct.
Strong correct.
Thank
You know
you.
what? It's sometimes hard to say something so correct, but gotta let people know. Can't be seen as being wrong.
So brave, Bestie.
Honestly, a weight has been lifted off of my shoulders.
Why would you say something so uncontroversial and so unquestionably true, Bestie?
We're nearing an hour, so I want to make sure that we throw some plugs out. Obviously, the record coming out on July 30th, the show, which I was gonna say we should try to move any remaining tickets, but it's already sold out. So nana boo boo, I guess. And yeah, we'll let you plug where else everybody can find you. We'll keep talking for a little bit, and obviously we're on Twitch, so anybody who's hanging out in chat, we'll talk with you there. If you're listening to this later, you missed it, and nana boo boo. So let's let you go there, and we'll keep talking for a little bit.
Amazing. Well, we're VIAL. You can find us at all social media platforms, VIAL band, BAND. And then on Instagram, VIAL band official. Because VIAL band was already taken.
Ooh.
So yeah.
We had to switch all of our social media handles during the pandemic because when we were first starting, we were VIAL MPLS on everything, like VIAL Minneapolis. But then as we started reaching a bigger audience of people who weren't from Minnesota, they didn't know what MPLS was. So we'd get comments on our TikTok that's like, I can't find you guys under VIAL Mipples. What's your name again? And
how do
we're
you
like,
pronounce
oh, no.
your name?
How do you pronounce nipples?
How do you pronounce your name? We're like, Vile? What do you mean? Not that hard, I don't think.
So we had to switch it around a little bit, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
So mean.
Oh my God. Yeah. Listen, animals on any video platform, they always get more views. We gotta have the animals on there. Adorable.
Bye.
Is there a place that should people pre-save the record before it comes out?
Yes.
Spotify.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll tweet the link more now that all the singles are out, but
Yeah.
That's our big one.
Perfect. Yes. So if you're listening, go pre-save it. 1 million pre-saves. Gotta have it done.
Pre-save it or don't call yourself a fan of VIAL.
Yeah.
damn.
Oh
How
shit.
dare you?
Damn.
Otherwise,
I'm
Long
joking.
Furby is coming for you.
Long
at
Furby
night.
in your dreams.
Ooh.
Keep
Long
it
Furby
there.
side stage,
Nightmare
not
Plus
even know.
rotation is 4-foot long Furby with a crunchy spine.
Ooh, so
we-
true.
We should also promote merch. Forrest Felix in the chat is letting us know too. You have a design, I think, from our friend Mo.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god.
We love Mo.
Fantastic artist. Yeah, you can we have merch for sale. We have t-shirts and hoodies, and we have vinyl and CDs and handmade earrings and pins and stickers. We have so much crap. And you can find not crap, it's all wonderfully made and beautifully designed. And it is on the Get Better website and their Bandcamp.
But it's limited stuff on Bandcamp, so go to that website.
Go to that website.
Go get it now.
Get Better
them.
Records.
Yeah.
Otherwise, our Furby will come crunch his spine at you.
Crumb crunch.
If you actually, if you go to the Fine Line show and you're not already wearing VIAL merch, you will not be let in the door. So
Or if you're not dressed as Gordon Ramsay, Guy Fieri.
Yeah. What do you mean I
Michael
can't come
Cera.
in?
Potter.
It's a costume party, but only for those 4 people.
Yeah.
Everyone has to dress up, but you have to dress up as one of those 4 people.
Yeah.
Yes. Everybody has to
Guys,
listen to this
Gary.
podcast or watch the YouTube
Yeah.
video of this and be like, who are these? Who is it? Who is it?
You know what? I'm gonna say it, and you 3 can stop me. If you show up to the Fine Line show dressed up as Guy Fieri, Gordon Ramsay, Michael Cera, or Lizzo, and you come up to our merch table after the show, I will give you a sticker. Like we will just give you
stickers?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Oh,
can make
sticker
stuff.
sheets.
Yeah, we'll give you a sticker sheet, or we'll give you a single sticker, or like
We'll just give you stuff.
I'll pierce your ear.
Yeah. That's a gift. That's something you'll remember.
Will you pierce? Will you give them one of your earrings that you were selling?
Yeah.
I would say that we would, but I think it would be incredibly dangerous to like pop like a heavy dangly earring in like a freshly pierced ear. So,
You don't know that for sure, though, Bestie. You have to trust.
You have to trust.
Bestie, I'm looking out for our liabilities. I love trusting. Trusting is my favorite thing to do. But in some cases, it's not, and this would be one of them.
All right.
If I'm gonna pierce your ear at one of like our shows, I feel like I would have to do it in the safest manner. Now, if you want me to pierce your ear at somebody else's show, we can talk.
That's different. You're just
That's
a guest to the
different
band.
Conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just somebody at the show, just running around piercing ears.
Listen, when I was in remedial math in high school, the teacher let a bunch of the girls just pierce each other's noses in the middle of class when we were supposed to be learning math. And you know what? I hope they're doing okay.
I hope they are too. Wow. I got my
having the
nose
best
pierced.
day.
I got my nose pierced in an IKEA bathroom.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
By one of my friends at the time, and it got really infected. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Anybody listening?
Did you just pick a dirty needle up off the floor?
No,
Or
no,
what?
it was like a proper, like hollow, like piercing needle. But like the friend who I had do it put it in at a really weird angle, and so it had to go through like a shit ton of cartilage to like make a hole through my nose.
Yeah.
And so it was both really painful, very bloody, and just all around not a very great experience. So
I hope you scared the shit out of somebody like
Yeah,
who was
that
going
IKEA.
into the
Yeah.
like IKEA bathroom, and you were just like walking out like blood streaming
Yeah.
down your face.
unfortunately, it was like the family like private bathroom, but it was the bathroom right outside of the food court. And so I got to like walk past a bunch of people who were just eating with like a face full of blood. So I think that, I don't know.
You
could
give
just
somebody
been
a story to tell.
You're like, it's the lingonberry sauce. Don't worry. I just got really into it. I just got real into it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Wow.
just took the plate of meatballs and went
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo style.
Their meatballs are good. I would do that.
I too would do that to a plate of IKEA meatballs.
I feel
You're
after
vegetarian.
hearing that story that I have 100 more questions, but I really do feel that the mystery and the wonderment of it all is how I want to keep myself living the rest of my life. Like, what brought you to that IKEA bathroom with a piercing needle and an idea? Like, what?
Ignorance is bliss, my friend.
Yeah, exactly. No,
Call us back sometime. We'll tell you about it.
Yeah. That'll be the second interview. Obviously, we look forward to seeing you in Chicago when you come through. Not if, when,
Yeah.
because you know, when you're
It will
close
happen.
enough. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll end the recording here, and we'll keep talking with everybody over on Twitch who's hanging out there. Yeah, go check out VIAL's music. Free save 1 million by Monday. LOUDMOUTH. LOUDMOUTH is the record. Go check out the video for Something More, directed and starred in by the band and Kate. Yeah.
That's my name.
Yeah. This was an absolute blast. You are all very lovely, and we thank you for being on.
Thanks for having us. This was so much fun.